all of our faith. We can't live this way. Feel me slowly fade away.
Hey guys, and welcome to my Beidou showcase. Another one of my highly requested characters. Here I'm going to be showcasing what she's capable of with one of my favorite claymores, and that's with the Sacrificial Greatsword. Everyone knows she can deal high damage with her Tidecaller, so how about I take advantage of that by being able to use it twice, and have my team back me up by helping me deal higher damage. This way I get best of both worlds. So enjoy the showcase that I made with various team comps, and various different playing styles, and any insight that I've experienced from playing with her. So stick around for that.
Every time I divide all the fractions of my mind, take away all the pain, give myself another day. Every day I decide if we'll ever see the sign. I ignored all the lines showing me eternal light. Showing me eternal
Alright, so before I start, I want to make it clear that when I showcase a character, I showcase how that character can work in a team. I showcase how that character can deal damage to the enemies, or I showcase how that character supports the team. I never showcase the character alone as if it's the only character in the party. Whether or not you're in single player or in co-op mode, you will always have a party of 4. So you always decide what role you want to play in co-op, or how you want to organize your single player team for who's going to be the buffers or the damage dealers. There's always so many comments being like, the damage is only good because Sucrose is there, or the damage is good only because Bennett is there. That kind of excuse just discredits people's strategies. It's like saying your damage doesn't count because you have good artifacts. Then my question is, what are you looking for? Are you planning on playing the game with no artifacts, no weapons, and no party members? This game is all about building your team and building your gear, and then choosing if you want more damage on your team or something else. These showcases are here to help you as reference for when you're comparing your own team. If you're trying to match the showcase, then you see what the difference is and then you compensate for that. I'm not telling you that you need to copy my build or anything. I'm just here to explain what I did and why I did these strategies. Everyone's playstyle is different, and everyone's roles for the characters they choose are different. Especially for someone like Beidou. She can fill many different roles, and characters like Bennett as well. Alright, so without further ado, I'm going to explain my build and my strategies. So as you can see, I have a level 90 Beidou. Your level may be different, so you'll see a difference in damage there. My main playstyle is revolving around Tidecaller, so that's why you don't see any elemental mastery. I have 42% crit chance, and 179% crit damage. I play a little more risky. which is why you saw a lot of non-crits during my showcase. As with many DPS characters, you always choose whether you want to focus on elemental damage or physical. Since I prioritize Tidecaller, I'm using elemental. And as I said before, my favorite weapon to use for her is the Sacrificial Greatsword, and whether or not if I had it at rank 5 or rank 1, I would still choose it. You can see many times during my showcase of me casting Tidecaller twice in a row, and even though the damage may be lower than other claymores, casting 2 max damage counters is so satisfying. My artifact set consists of 2-piece Thundering Fury and 2-piece Gladiator. As you can see, I focused on crit damage, crit rate, and attack. If I wanted more consistent damage, then I would choose a crit rate headpiece rather than a crit damage one. I got her to Constellation 6 when she was in the Raid Up banner. This is because I wanted to see what she can do with her normal attacks with Constellation 4. However, with a lot of characters, you don't really need to do this, and the only constellation that actually boosts her Tidecaller is that one that levels it up by 3. Her second constellation, however, makes her ultimate a really great mobbing ability. Stormbreaker's lightning already chains from enemy to enemy, but Stormbreaker's second constellation makes it chain to even more enemies. It's a really powerful support tool, so it can actually clear mobs out with its high damage. And keep in mind there are no offensive elemental reactions happening in this clip. For anyone that does have her fourth constellation, this lets you deal physical and elemental damage. This can be played well if you focus on her normal attacks a lot, and can apply Superconduct. Don't let the 20% description fool you. If you have high enough electro damage, it actually does a lot of damage. For reference, here are my talent levels. This relies only on how lucky you are with the weekly bosses. So going over her first phase talent, this is what makes Tidecaller so satisfying. It's pretty much the only counter mechanic in the game. So if I cast my E alone, it's a fairly decent AoE size, and this is what it looks like when there's no damage bonus. And then when you get the max damage bonus, the AoE becomes much larger. Your camera starts shaking and the screen gets darker too. This is an easy way to tell if you've achieved the max damage bonus or not. And to get the max damage bonus, all you need to do is take damage. You can hold the E button to start shielding, and the moment you take 2 lines of damage, the conditions are set for achieving max damage. So your 2 ways of achieving maximum bonus is to counter it perfectly, or to hold down E and take damage twice. Her fourth phase passive increases the damage and attack speed of her normal attacks and her charge attacks. This is her normal attack speed. So Beidou is a really good support in my opinion. Her Stormbreaker deals lots of damage per second, and electro reactions apply even more damage AoEs. And you can use her Tidecaller supportively too. Just quickly swap to Beidou and counter any damage you take. In addition to all this, her Stormbreaker provides damage reduction and knockback resist. And then when you have her first constellation, she also provides a shield. Another reason why I use Sacrificial Greatsword is so that way I can tank twice, if the enemy is aggressive enough. Alright, so now you've gotten insight on how I use her as DPS and support, and hopefully you found my tips useful. And hopefully you can look past viewing a single character alone, and start looking at your party as a whole. It's all about how you make your team work, and how you want the most out of your team. You can have a team full of damage buffers buffing one single character, or have multiple damage dealers working together. It's your choice how you want your playstyle to be, and all you gotta do is make it work. Alright, so that's all for my showcase, and see you in the next video.